Hello everybody, this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope everyone is getting into the Christmas spirit. I certainly am. I am such a big kid at Christmas. Now, I made some really cute embellishments here. I'm going to try zoom you in. No guarantees you're going to come in. Okay, there you are. So, cute little embellishments. This is not at all my idea. I don't know whose idea it was. I have to say, I saw a video, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. Whoever made these embellishments inspired me to make these. I don't know if it is one of my subscribers. If you are watching this and this was your idea, please let me know. I need to give credit where credit is due, but I just do not know where the video is, and I just watch so much YouTube. I can't check the history. It would just I wouldn't even know, because I don't even think the video was about embellishments. I think it was a part of a maybe December daily. I don't know. Anyway, let's get on with it. It's not my idea. It's someone else's idea, and if anyone knows whose it is, please let me know so that I can give them credit. So this is what these cute embellishments are made from. They're all like baking themed, candy themed, hot cocoa, Frosty's Diner. So they are made from these treat bags from Dollar Tree. Now, whoever saw these and thought, gee, I can cut those up and make that into embellishments, you are a genius. These are absolutely adorable little bags. I checked my Dollar Tree, they did not have them. Like right after I saw the video, of course I went like the next day or two to Dollar Tree, they did not have them. So I went to another Dollar Tree later in the week, a better one, they didn't have them. But 2 days ago, I went back to the original Dollar Tree, and ta-da, they had them. So if you don't have these bags at your Dollar Tree, look for wrapping paper or other bags, goodie bags, or anything else that has stuff that can be cut out, because then you can fussy cut them out and make these Christmas embellishments. So let me show you. It's super easy. We're just going to make a couple together. You know how, most of you know how to make embellishments, but I just want to talk about a couple things. So first of all, I have some left over. One bag makes quite a few embellishments. I went ahead yesterday, I was playing with some girlfriends, and I gave them each a bag, and we cut them apart and made some embellishments. Those are the ones you see. Plus there was one extra one, but I've already put it in my December daily, which I will show you when I do a flip through. But all of these, let's see, I had 6, and then all of these just came from one bag. So, you know, even if you buy a bag and share it with other people, you know, you're going to get tons of fun little embellishments. Now, in some of these embellishments, like this one and this one, and I think the one that's in my December daily also, this background paper here with the berries on it, and then I used it again here. It's got the little berries on it here. And then this little pocket here, which is just a piece of a envelope, a mailing envelope, but it has the cute berries on it. I had to cut that out to use that. Came from St. Jude's, a St. Jude's letter, you know, asking for a donation. And, you know, they send you the stickers, and they also sent this word pad, or this little notepad. And look at this fun paper here. So I used parts of the envelope for my backing paper here, and I can use this bottom part here to make some other ones. So that's why I have this on my desk. I have some little gingerbread cutouts that I made from some really ugly, it's craft paper on one side and then craft with this black on the other. I think I got them at Michael's eons ago, super cheap. But of course the gingerbread on this side is fine. These are just scraps from yesterday's, and then I was cleaning off my desk and I found this pretty little die cut here with some snowflakes. We'll see if we can use that. And then I'll show you just what else I have. This might be kind of a longer video. So I apologize, but you know, if you want to play along with me or get inspired and then play along. So a part of why I wanted to do these kinds of embellishments is this. This is a big bag of Christmas scrap paper. Just scrap paper. This is ridiculous, right? So I have got to get making some embellishments. And then, you know, things like this come into your house and then you got even more paper. I was saying to my girlfriends yesterday, this will never go away because all I'm doing is making smaller and smaller scraps, right? So the only other tool I have that I didn't use yesterday, but I'm going to use today, is some punches. I have this big scallop punch, and then I have just a scallop circle punch too. Actually, I have two. They look very similar. One might be a tiny bit bigger. I have a few little fibers, fabric scrap thingies. I've got a couple stickers, and then next to me, and this is totally optional to the direction of your December daily, I have my bling box that has all my curls and gems and, you know, who knows what, snowflake things and, you know, all of that in it. So that's the last. Of course, that's the end of the line back there. So let's go ahead and make some with some of these. Now, I know that there were a couple I did not use, and one was this cup of cheer. I did not get to that one. When I cut the bag apart, I was just kind of grabbing stuff. Let's see. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna, because I'm gonna make them all anyway. But let's start with this little cup of cheer one. So basically, all I did yesterday, and my girlfriends were using these scraps too. I just started pulling out papers that kind of, you know, the colors go, and really this whole set, the colors go together. So if you have a bigger piece of paper like this, you know, you could pull that out, and chances are if it matches one, it's going to match all of them. So you really don't have to, you know, do a whole lot. But I really wanted to use up some scraps, so I'm just going to pull some out. And this is a brownish, can you see the stripes? Like a brownish stripe, and that one might go well with these, some of these that have the brown on them. But really, this is, you know, an exercise in using up some of these scraps. And that brings me to something else that I was thinking about this morning, totally off the subject, but I was thinking about all my scrap. And guys, I just have this up next to me, and I'm just kind of sorting through it here. That, I don't know if you all have the Biggs dies from, I'm not sure if they're all Tim Holtz, but he had those Biggs dies, you know, and I have like, I don't know, maybe 10 or so Biggs dies. And when I was going through this stuff, I realized a lot of these scraps, like these big pieces right here, are all from Biggs dies. And I am so thankful that we now have, more of us use the individual dies, because the Biggs dies wasted so much paper, right? Really. So I think on this little guy here, see, this is just, okay, this is not my style paper at all. It's got this, it's like Victorian, yeah, I don't know. But this is a nice colored red that goes quite well with this. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut. Now for the smaller cuts, I just used my scissors. Actually, these are not even good scissors to use for that. I should be using some that have a slightly larger blade here. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I know my arm's right in the way. Sorry about that. Like these, just so that you can cut right through. So I wanted to have the red separating from the brown here. And then for the brown, I might just go ahead and use my paper trimmer, or, you know, scissors. You know what? Let's not even do that. Let's not even get the paper trimmer out. We don't need to. We can just use scissors. I'm just going to hold the red piece on. And another thing that you can do when you're doing this is you can also use your scissors that have the fun edges. I just thought about that. Mine are not on my desk, but that would be cute too, you know, to do that. Okay, so I've got the red, I've got the brown, I've got this. You know what? I think I'm going to pull you in a little bit. Okay, hopefully you'll be able to see. Okay, so I've got the brownish, I've got the red, and then I've got that, but that's kind of boring. So I've got all these other strips that I cut off yesterday from plain. So maybe we will just use a strip of other paper in between somewhere. Now, and here's the other thing about making these. It depends on how much bulk you want to add to your journal. I don't want to add a whole bunch of bulk to my journal for one reason. I already put enough bulky stuff in my journal to bulk it out. I don't need to add embellishments that are super layered, but you can go to town on these. If you want to make these super layered, you don't have to even use these. Now I'm just going to glue this strip here to the back here. And you don't even have to use these in a journal. If you want to bulk them out, you could always use them for cards or gift tag. See, I'm just making smaller scraps. I can't throw that away. I don't know why. And you know, you can take your time and ink these all up and so on and so forth. How detailed you want to go into this is entirely up to you. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue this on, but now this is a fairly, you know, it is cardstock and it's a fairly larger piece. So, you know, I will always go with a little stronger glue than the glue stick. If it's just small piece of cardstock or lighter paper, the glue stick is fine, but I don't want my embellishments to fall apart. So I'm going to just try to get this on as straight as I can, but it's not rocket science. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now I think I will go ahead, and now that I talked about inking it up, I think I put in my mind that I do want to ink this piece, the paper bag piece up, or the treat bag piece, and just ink this up. And I'm sorry, you might hear all kinds of noises. My dryer is on, tumbling, and I don't know if you can hear that or not. But that if you hear something that's like bumping, that's my dryer on. You know, we have to do what we have to do. Us women are good at multitasking. So while I'm making a video, I'm doing laundry. And I also have a batch of my homemade toffee cooling in the kitchen because I make that for the ladies at the antique mall as a little thank you for their hard work. And so you can't smell it, but if we had smell-o-vision, you would smell that it also smells like toffee in here. There you go. See how easy that is? And it did use a little bit of scraps, right? It's just making smaller scraps. So this one says Little Cup of Cheer Cafe. I think that's so cute. And the funny thing is, my girlfriends and I went to tea yesterday to our little tea room close to where I live. And it's called Cup of Cheer. It's spelled different. It's spelled C-U-P-P-A, but this says Little Cup of Cheer Cafe. So I thought that was so cute. And I actually put one of these, I put my finger right in there. One of these in my December daily yesterday because we went there. Okay, so I am liking to do the inking. Now we can add some rhinestones or something, but we'll add those in a little later. Let's go ahead and make a couple more here. Let's see here. I think, okay, let's do one of the peppermint. And see, I'm noticing now that the peppermint ones, there's two different backgrounds. This one's a little bit darker than that one. I'm going to go with the whiter one, and let's see what we can do with the peppermint. I do have this red and white paper here. The reds don't match, but I don't think I'm going to let that bother me. I didn't let that bother me yesterday. And I don't have to just use these scraps. I can go back into my big, huge bag. But see, I kind of like this too. I kind of like it with the green because sometimes you get those candies that are green also. Now, the only thing is this is a little bit larger, and guys, I just don't cut very straight. That's the long and short of it. So I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm just eyeballing where I'm going to cut it, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut a piece off and make myself yet another smaller scrap. and do that. Now, I did use one of these yesterday, and this, because the background on this particular piece, like the other ones have darker backgrounds, but this one is so white, it is thin enough that, you can see the green stripes through it. Where am I going? I'm going this way. You can see the green stripes through it. So what I did for the one that I made, this one right here, see, oops, where am I? Here. I made another one with the green stripes here. What I did so you can't see through that is, where's my bag of ugly paper, or my paper scraps? Okay, here's my paper scraps. So what I did was I just went in my paper scraps and I found one. Actually, I'm going to do a different one because I did this one already. It looks so much like the other one. So I'm just going to find a piece of paper that I don't particularly care for, like this one right here. It's just a piece with, I don't know, snowflakes or something on it. So what I did is I just went ahead and glue sticked, it's already open, Helen. I put glue stick on the back of the embellishment, or that I had cut from the bag, and I put it on the white side of the paper. And I just did that just so that it's on something white, and then when I put it on the other paper, it's not going to show through. So, you can overcome things like that. You just have to think outside the box, and it's a good way to use up some ugly paper. That paper, I don't know how I would have used that blue paper, but now that I'm cutting it up, now not this tiny piece, I'm not that ridiculous. I'm ridiculous, but not that ridiculous. But see, now some of these pieces might be more usable to me than the bigger piece. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish cutting this one. And this, on these particular bags, this peppermint candy was the only one I had the problem with it being too thin, like I said. So let's go ahead and use this. This is like a green and red, what is that? It's not houndstooth, is it? I don't know. But that could be a good background, but the red and the green are really different on there. So I had this piece of green here. Ugh, it's not long enough. Okay, let me see. I pulled out some other stuff. How about that one? Okay, that one's a little bit better. That one's a little bit better. So let me go ahead. What I'm going to do, see, there's my blue background, which nobody is ever going to know is there. I'm just going to go ahead and glue this. And the reason I'm not going to ink this one is because this one's so bright white. I like that bright white. I don't want everything to be grungy. I want some things to be a little bit, is that straight? I don't know. Okay, so now I can go ahead and cut it. And I'm just kind of eyeballing where to cut it, making smaller scraps. Now this side's too long, Helen. I know this is not going to end well if you do that. So I'm going to go ahead and make smaller scraps. Okay, so there we've got that one. Helen, just keep the board here because you're going to need it again. And then I can put this one on this, like this. And see, then it really doesn't make a difference if the reds aren't the same because they're not right on top of each other. Let me see here. Let me just go right here. This one kind of has a good pattern because I can follow the pattern and cut straight. I didn't realize that. So this one I'm only going to do 3 layers. The others I think mostly had like 3 layers and then one, strip or something that went through it. But since this is so long, this would make a good pocket actually. This embellishment would actually make a good pocket. Okay, so let's go ahead, whoops, and put this here. I'm sorry also about the state of my hands. With the heat coming on and everything, it's so dry. Do you ever get one of those hangnails you can't get rid of? I've got one right here, and I keep right here. I keep moisturizing it and stuff, but it keeps getting caught on things and it's pulling back. I hate that. Okay, so there we go. That's cute the way it is. You see? So let's, the other thing I wanted to do though, let's put, I have here some stickers. These are Hallmark stickers called Glitter Brilliance, but it's got this little tiny little peppermint candy and it's got glitter on it. So I thought, let's go ahead and put one of those on here, up here, right here. Oops, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm too close. Let me move out a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's really cute. I like that like that. So that one's different than the other one. From the other peppermint. So I have the two different peppermint ones, right? And I probably won't use them both in my journal. I'll pick one to use in my December daily this year. And then, you know, the other one might go on a gift tag for somebody or something like that. So let's do another one here. Let's do, where's the one I didn't do? Oh, the candy canes. Here, this one that says candy canes, 1 cent, handmade. This one I don't think I made. So let's go ahead and make one of those. And let's see here. These scraps are just too small. Okay, I've got this cute pink and red paper. And excuse me, the reds do go quite well. But I can see my horrendous job cutting this. This is not straight at all. This is a good paper to use up because, again, it's got a pattern that if you don't have a trimmer, it's easy to cut because it's got the lines. So let's see. I was going to go this way. And this is going to be the paper that I'm going to outline the little thing in, the little graphic in. And I'm just going to cut it here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to have to look online after this video, or sometime soon, a video about using really small scraps, how to use really small scraps for embellishments. I do have one idea, and if it works, I'll make a video, but goodness, you know, I can't throw away, why can't I throw these tiny, well, this one I actually can because this one's ugly. That didn't make the cut. Okay, so there we go, like that. So now we can put that on a different paper background, and let's see what we got. I've got to use this somehow, or cut something else out. I wonder, hold on a second, let me see here. No, these are my, okay, put those away, Helen. These are your finished ones. They need to go there. Candy canes, I have this paper here. Yeah, let's use this. Now let's see if I use my big punch, let's see, do I want it this way? I think this way. If I cut it small enough, or to the edge enough. Sorry, I know that was super loud. I forgot how loud this thing is. I think it's because the paper's, you know, cardstock. What if I do that? Oh, look how cute that is to have the red and white on that. It's a little bit something different, right? Or I can actually not line it up and just kind of pull it over to the side like this. And then I wonder if we took another color and put it behind it. No, I don't like that as much. I wonder what if, ooh, I have this cute trim here. This came off of a box of, what are they called? Buckeyes that my husband and I had gotten. That's kind of cute. Let's do that. Okay, let's go ahead and just cut that. I'm going to tidy that edge up. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm thinking here, let's go ahead and put this on here first. Oops. And I'm gonna, because this this is actually ribbon. It's, you know, it's kind of a satiny ribbon. So I don't think, well, I don't know if a glue stick would work, so I'm gonna use this. Okay, now we can go ahead and put Is that straight? Okay. I can put this on this. And because now the whole thing's on cardstock, I'm going to use this glue again. So let me know in the comments if you guys are doing some fun Christmas stuff, you know, that you don't normally do. I have my work Christmas party the Antique Mall Christmas party is this Saturday, and that's always a lot of fun. And it's a potluck. My cousin who owns the mall, he does provide some food, but like usually it's like ham and stuff like that, which we don't eat. But and he provides the beverages and stuff. But then it's mostly a potluck. So I'm thinking, where did I cut that? And I wasn't too smart, Helen. I'm not sure if I'm going to make a real meal of this. What do they call it? A dog's lunch or dog's dinner. Ugh. I think I might make a 3-bean salad. I don't know why. I just feel like I want 3-bean salad. That's cute. Okay, so what I'm doing is just making the little flag type end on here. You know, what you can do with these things is really endless. Like the ideas are, okay, these aren't working so good. Hopefully these will work a little better. It's just that this ribbon is kind of, it's satiny, but it's also kind of plasticky. It's odd. I've never seen any ribbon like this before. But I do say that the Buckeyes that were wrapped in it were really good. And if anybody doesn't know what a Buckeye is, it's a candy that's made with peanut butter and chocolate, and they're very good. And they're shaped like a round ball, which is actually, I think, a nut from a Buckeye tree. Okay. Look how cute that one is, right? That's cute. Okay, where's my other one that I just made with you guys? That one's that one, right? And that one. Okay. Let's make one more, and then maybe we'll add some bling. Let's pick another one here. Should we do Frosty's Diner? I don't know if you can see, but Frosty in this case is a gnome, and he's holding a little cup of cocoa. Oh, how cute is that? Now serving hot cocoa, open 24/7. That's adorable. Okay. I was talking, I mean, I know this is not a new topic, but how Dollar Tree has really upped their game with the graphics of their products, you know, in the last year or so. Just really, really cute. But like I said, I wish I knew whose idea this was to use this bag. But I know, you know, there are other bags. I don't know what Target has. I don't usually shop at Target, but, you know, Target might have treat bags, or, you know, like I said, even greeting cards. If there's like greeting cards that you see, even like at the Dollar Tree, the ones that you buy singly because they're so inexpensive. If there's a repeating pattern or images you can cut out, you know, those are great sources. But also, you know, for just making something like clusters, you can, you know, get a magazine from a thrift shop, a Christmas theme, you know, a Christmas time magazine at a thrift shop. And it doesn't matter if it's years old because, you know, Christmas is Christmas. There's a lot of things that, you know, from year to year are the same, right? I am a traditionalist when it comes mostly to Christmas. I don't, oh, I did a real mess on this. I think what happened was I cut the green too small. But I don't change my decorations from year to year. Like I don't say, oh, this year I'm going to have a blue tree. And, you know, it's fine if that's what you want to do, you know. We have ornaments on our trees that mean something to us, so we just use them year in, year out. All right, I think there's enough ink to just go around this one. And let me see if I have one more scrap somewhere here that we can maybe put under Frosty's Diner here. Like I said, I don't want to make them all the same, you know, the same backgrounds and so on and so forth. Where is my giant bag of scraps here? Let's see if we can find one more scrap for this. And I'm sorry for the crinkling. This bag here is just tiny strips, so I can just even take that one out for this project because they're just too small. Let me see here. That's definitely the wrong red. I mean, it's too much red. It's too obvious that it's wrong. This is not a pretty pattern, but I'm just wondering if I cut it small, would it matter? I'm not sure. I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it. Okay, let me see if there's anything else that I've got here that I can get my hands on fairly quickly. And you know, you guys, if you do December dailies like I do, you know, you've got, or even any Christmas crafting. Let's use this plaid here. Any Christmas crafting, you know that you've got scraps. And you know, who wants to throw out all that paper? You know, I paid for it, even though I got it from, you know, a thrift shop or something like that. I don't usually buy new paper. Now, it's really hard to tell, but this white is slightly off-white. This is bright white. So what I'm going to do is just slightly go over it with a tiny bit of brown ink. You know, just this isn't distress ink. It's just one of the cheap pads that we used to get back in the day from Tuesday Morning. But it just makes the white a little bit less too bright, right? So let me figure out where I'm going to cut this, because I'm thinking maybe we'll go, this is a kind of a busy pattern here. Okay, let's go ahead and do it here. So I'm just eyeballing this, but since this one has a good strong pattern, I can pretty much cut it without going all over the place. And then let me just cut it here. I am so sorry if you can hear that dryer tumbling around. Okay. All right. So now we've got this here, and if I put this right up here, I can't see this dark behind there, because what I'd like to do, I don't think there's any way I'm going to hide all of that. Oh well, I guess it doesn't matter. No, I know what I can do. I'm going to take a strip of another color and try to cover that up maybe. I want to introduce a fourth element is what I want to try to do. You know, I want to have a paper that goes like side to side or something, but I've got that annoying piece of dark up there. So I was thinking, well, if I covered it, maybe it will be okay. Maybe I could do something like that. All right, let me just cut this down a little bit. So if you are so busy this Christmas or right now, you know, and you're feeling overwhelmed, you know, too much to do, so on and so forth, take some time, take 5 or 10 minutes, get your scraps out and just make some clusters or make some little gift tags or, you know, something like that, or little clusters that you can put on cards or something. It's, you know, this is basically a little bit of art therapy to just play with this kind of stuff. Just get out some stuff. And, you know, if it's terrible and you're just, you know, you're just like, this stuff just didn't work, I don't like it. You're using up scraps. It's not a big deal. It's paper, right? But you can get some really cute things out. And I would rather have a handmade gift tag or card, you know, than a store-bought one. So, you know, make a bunch of these and then make a bunch of little cards. You can use your colored cardstock for the bases for the cards, and then just get some, you know, basic envelopes, and just some of these little scraps could be glued to the envelope to tie it in with the card, you know, the little embellishment you put on your card. Okay. All right, there we go with Frosty's Diner. I have not had cocoa yet. Even though it's been cold, I have Have I? I don't think I've had a hot cocoa. No, I haven't. I need to make some. So I don't even know where this was. This might have been one of my Christmas romance movies that I've been watching, that they made. They had the spiced Mexican cocoa. I've never had that, so I have to look for a recipe. I would love to make that. All right, so let's go see what kind of bling we want to have. This one right here with the candy canes. Now, downstairs in my mountain now I've got these red stickers from Dollar Tree. These are like the half pearls, but they are very, very dimensional. And so I don't want to use those. They're very bumpy. And if you're writing on your journal page, it does make it hard if you can't remove the item. It makes it hard to write on the next page. These ones are a little bit flatter. So even though the color on these is better, it's just the bumpiness on those ones that bother me. So I'm going to use some of these. But down in my great totes of stuff that I use to make my Christmas ornaments and stuff that I sell, I have tiny little candy canes, which would be perfect on this card. However, it will require me to move boxes and boxes and check which tote they are in, and I'm not up for that. Not just to put 2 little embellishments on this. Maybe next year when I get them out again, I will remember to keep the tiny ones out to use for little embellishments because they're so cute. And I actually had bought them originally to use on cards because they're flat enough that they wouldn't add to the postage, and they wouldn't get caught in the postage machines, which is usually what, if you've got really embellished things that they'll have to cancel it. And I just found out if you use square envelopes, I was helping the charity send out Christmas cards, and I said I'd pay for the postage. Well, they bought square cards, and square cards cost $1.06 in the United States to mail, not 67 or 66 cents. See how cute that little bling is? And see, it's still very, very thin. I don't know if you can see. So that's not going to add a lot of bulk. So there's that one, and then we have the cup of cheer one. I have an idea for this. Hold on, if I can get my hands on it, which I can. I have my little envelope here for this envelope is or pouch is what I'm using for all the stuff for my Advent word tags. And I put stickles in there. This is called diamond stickles. And when you do the stickles, it's always a good idea first to give them a shake. Stickles, though, don't separate. Like the cheaper brands like Zazzle and those ones, they tend to separate a lot. But whenever I do a stickle or something like that, I will take a tiny piece of scrap paper and test it first, because if you get air behind there and then you go to use it, it will splotch it everywhere. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this cute little glittery stickles for the whipped cream on the hot chocolate. Oh, that'll be cute when it's dry. Now this, of course, takes a while to dry, so I'll hold it up. I'm not sure if you'll see what I did there on the whipped cream is now frosty, so that's cute. And then we've got Frosty's little diner here, and I'm just kind of trying to see. This one, actually, I don't think I'm going to do anything extra to, because it's, again, I don't know if you'll be see this red paper that's behind it has some glitter on it, so it already has some bling. So I think I'll stop there. You get the idea. I'll show you one more time. Where did I put them? Oh, here. One more time. This is what these little bags look like. I cut the top off. Oh, here's the top. No, that's not the top. I think I used the top in my December Daily, or I have it with my December Daily stuff. But these are just treat bags. At my Dollar Tree, they were on an aisle that had, I guess, all the baking stuff. It It was hard to find them, actually. I didn't expect them where they were, but just keep looking. Look at all the Christmas aisles. They might be on an end cap. You know, who knows where they'll be at your store, because I'm not sure if they all set them up exactly the same anyway. But anyway, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you were inspired by this to look at some wrapping paper, some treat bags, some, you know, whatever that you can find little pieces that you can make fun little embellishments for, not just for a junk journal, but for gift tags or Christmas cards. Even, you know, if you wanted to put a little piece of twine on there, you could make them little ornaments for a tree. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I ask that you do. And until the next video, guys, I hope you are all truly blessed. Bye-bye.